have a Monster, have a Red Bull, have some coffee, or have some alcohol if that's what gets you hyped. Hi guys, Kidu64 here, and today I'm going to be talking about 10 steps on making a YouTube channel. Now, this is something I wish I would have had some of this information whenever I first started my YouTube channel. I kind of just figured it out through trial and error. So I kind of wanted to share this for anybody who might want to do a YouTube channel, but also just to kind of give you a kind of a behind the scenes on making a YouTube video. And also, this is important because I have an announcement at the end of this video. I've been working on a new title sequence for my videos going forward, and a cartoon avatar. I guess we're gonna call it a cartoon avatar for certain videos. And so going through these steps will kind of explain why I had the idea to do that. So let's go through step 1 through 10. Concept. So that's step 1, concept. What's the video about? Whether it's a collection video, you want to talk about a movie, a TV show, video game, whatever the topic is, regardless if it's for entertainment or informative or just a chill, chat or whatever, concept, the idea of it. Pretty simple, right? Step 2 would be the scripts or the notes. Now for me, I usually go by notes. I usually have some outlines of points I want to hit whenever I'm doing a video, unless I'm doing a collection video, in which case I literally just talk about the movies. So that's part of the reason why I really like doing those, because I just get to talk. But for video analysis and those types of videos, I usually go with scripts because I want to make sure that my point is coming across clearly. I'm hitting all the points I want to. Words are very important to communication. That kind of goes without saying, but a general understanding of what words mean and the agreement on what those words are is important. So that's why I usually go for full scripts for those, because I want to get my point across to you guys. Step 3, setup. So I have a setup for my set, and I'll take a picture of this so I can overlay it so you can kind of see what behind you, kind of what this looks like. Yeah, I have a green screen set up behind here. This is for making thumbnails. I'll get into that in a second. I got 2 lights. I have a podium set up for my laptop, which I plug in my audio to, and all of this stuff. So having your setup and running all those tests, that's also important. So as part of that, step 4 would be audio and lighting. Now I've had problems with my lights recently. They dim, and I've been having issues with some focus on my camera. Some of the settings I messed around with, and I'm still trying to get it back to where it was. But with that, the lighting seems to dim or adjust. So I try and do some tests beforehand, but I still haven't been able to get the kinks out of that yet. Audio. I would say audio is the most important thing when you're doing a YouTube channel. Now, I really didn't appreciate how important the audio was until I kind of got some comments back saying, that the audio was bad because I was literally using the audio in the camera, which is not very good. One thing to realize is a lot of people kind of watch YouTube in the car. Most YouTube channels are kind of audio based, so you don't necessarily have to watch them. So I would definitely say audio is very important. So I'm really happy with this microphone that I got. I would post a link to it, but it's no longer available on Amazon, so I can't do that. The lighting I use is not on Amazon anymore either, so I can't post a link to that. But I would say those 2 things are very important, but audio is the most important. So step 5 would be obviously to film the video, and as you can see, even while I'm talking, my camera keeps adjusting back and forth on the lighting, and I ran tests beforehand. It's still doing it. You know what? Let me stop it real quick and I'll see if I can fix this. Okay, maybe that's fixed for now. I don't know. I'm still not sure why that's doing that. Like I said, I messed around with the settings and I've been having issues ever since. So obviously step 5 is film the video, which is what I'm doing right now. Very simple, I would say, for the most part. There are some videos I've actually refilmed. Part of that was due to technical issues, but sometimes I mean, you got to have a Monster, have a Red Bull, have some coffee, or have some alcohol if that's what gets you hyped. But having some kind of something to get your energy up before you do a video is actually really important. Not everybody can be like high energy all the time, and make sure you're into what you're talking about, because even when you watch it back, if you're not into it, I guarantee you nobody else is going to be into it either. Next up is editing. So I would say editing is what every YouTuber dreads. I usually like editing. I don't mind it most of the time. But it definitely is a thing that is the most time consuming. And part of that is because you got to match up the audio to the video, try and correct any lighting problems, color correction, that kind of thing. That's just basic editing. The thing that makes it take so long is you got to pull stock images, stock videos down, audio. You got to make sure your titles are in the right spot. That if you want any effects, transition effects, every video is usually different. So some videos I've tried to different styles just to see what I like the most. That's kind of what I like about editing is, you know, you can take what you filmed and then do something different with it. Every time I could literally take the same video and make it look completely different. Yeah, editing takes forever. Editing is probably about more than half of the time you're going to spend is in the editing. As part of that, part 7 is finalizing the video. So what happens is after you finish editing, you have all of these various clips of the video, and your computer has to process that into an MP4 file. Well, usually it takes a couple hours. So you wait a couple hours and you have to watch back the video, because sometimes there's stuff that pops up once it's finalized that wasn't in the preview video you watched before you did that. And this happens I'd say about half the time with me. There's something I want to go back in and change. And because of that, that takes another couple hours to finalize that video. So at that point, you're basically spending at least 4 to 5 hours just waiting for your computer to process the video for you. So that's a big chunk of wasted time. So, yeah, finalizing the video. I use Sony Vegas. That's the editing software I use if anybody's interested. There's obviously lots of different software out there, but I've used Sony Vegas for a while, and I'm like the tools that it has, and I'm familiar with the tools and the layout, so I don't really want to relearn something else. So I'm pretty happy with Sony Vegas for the most part. Step 8 would be the thumbnail. So the thumbnail is the least important, most important thing for a YouTuber. It is a thing that catches people's eyes when you're scrolling through on YouTube. It's the thing that pops out. It's a thing that tells what the video is about, even more so than the title, which I'll get to in a second. But the thumbnail, that's the thing that catches people's eyes. Now, I do graphic design, and you can tell that I've shared some of my posters on this channel, but even still, I find doing thumbnails to be kind of difficult sometimes. I like uniformity on my channel, so I try and make a lot of thumbnails similar. So for me, thumbnails are the things that I think a lot of people don't really think about. A lot of people don't realize it can take some time to do it. Now, for me, it takes anywhere from a half hour to an hour, depending on what it is and how complicated I want to get. If I want to try anything new, newer than what I've been doing. I think at this point I've gotten fairly streamlined in doing these things to where it only takes about a half an hour. But even still, it's a pretty important step. Now, step 9 would be the title. So that's the title you put into YouTube. I would say that the title you put in your video should be different than what's in the thumbnail. Now, this is something I got from another YouTuber. He mentioned that it was important to differentiate those, because you know, if it's a review for, I don't know, Star Wars, it's a Star Wars review, and you have Star Wars review in the thumbnail, and you just say Star Wars review in the title. Well, I mean, that's kind of redundant, and it just makes you just get lost. Like, you really want your title to kind of pop out and say something about what the video's about, kind of give an idea what your point of view is. So to me, that's kind of important. I would say that I spend almost as much on the title sometimes as I do the thumbnail, because I like to get titles. I treat a title like it's like the title of like a news article or something. It needs to sum up kind of where I'm going, what the video's about, but also sound interesting. So yeah, that's number 9. Number 10 is you load up the finalized video onto YouTube, put in the thumbnail, click all of those boxes, all those little boxes YouTube has you click, and that can take a little while, depending on how fast your connection to the internet is. Luckily, I have a faster internet connection since I moved than where I was before. Where I was before, it could take over an hour to load up a video on YouTube. Luckily, I don't have that issue as much anymore. But you can kind of tell from these 10 steps that it takes a lot of time and some work into doing just one single YouTube video. I find most of these steps fairly fun. Some of them get redundant and annoying at times. I'm not going to lie, but I'm usually happy with the end result of the video in the end. So now that I have covered 10 steps in making a YouTube video, hopefully this is something that may help you guys if you are doing a YouTube channel, or if you just were interested in kind of the steps it takes to do a YouTube video. But also this is important. I wanted to roll through these 10 steps because I wanted to kind of explain why for some videos going forward, I'm doing a cartoon avatar of myself to do certain audio only videos. The reason I'm doing this is that this streamlines a lot of these steps and eliminates some of these steps. It eliminates getting on the set, and it eliminates having to do lighting. I just have to do audio checks and that's it. I don't have to film because I'm just recording the audio. So, but also with that, it means the editing process is streamlined. There's less to edit. It processes way faster when you're just processing an audio video versus a full filmed video. So that also starts to get streamlined. I've seen lots of YouTubers kind of transition into this or use this type of method, audio only, like podcast style. So I thought it was important to do a kind of like an avatar of myself so I can do audio only videos as well. It doesn't mean that I'm not going to do any film videos anymore. All of my collection videos will still be film like they have been. I have to do them that way because I'm sharing the physical media with you guys. Also, there's some stuff with some Blockbuster merchandise I want to share, and I'll probably still do film videos for reviews and stuff, but I think for video analysis, like if I want to talk about some random news thing, it gives me an opportunity to talk about those things and get a video up in a decent amount of time versus coming down here and filming and going through that full step process. And by the time I do that, usually the news or whatever it is I'm talking about, nobody really cares about anymore. So that's why I kind of wanted to do a cartoon avatar. But as part of that, I did a new title sequence as well. So let me just walk off here and I'll have my cartoon avatar walk in because that's how I want to introduce this guy.
Geek.
Truth.
64.
Geek.
Truth.
64.
Geek.
True.
64.
Geek.
Truth.
Geek.
Truth. 64. Oh, shit.
Hi guys, nice to meet you. So what did you guys think about the title sequence there? What did you guys think about the my new avatar and that whole idea? Hopefully that sufficiently explains why some videos you're gonna have that. Yeah, I don't know. I just kind of wanted to do this video, do a little bit of a different video. And a collection video will be coming back next week. I'm doing some work right now on my house, so I didn't have time to do a collection video this week. The next collection video will be for comedy, and then the one after that will probably be Black Friday collection video for the stuff that I picked up on Black Friday. Now, a lot of places are doing Black Friday early, guys, so definitely try and keep up with that. I think because of all the stuff going on, they're trying to spread out their Black Friday deals. So I've already started picking up some movies, yeah, I'm looking forward to sharing those. If there is a span in collection videos, I'll definitely keep you guys aware of that and other videos that I'm working on. There's an Animorphs fan casting video coming up. So for anybody who's new to the channel that maybe came from my Animorphs review, I do have an Animorphs fan cast coming up, and I'm really excited about that. But also, I've got a Batman Beyond fan casting video. I've got a Star Trek video I'm working on. So there are projects and video analysis videos that are coming up. I'll probably be appearing like this in those videos. So I am taking down my set to paint. So hopefully the next time or the time after that, you guys will see a new paint on the walls in the basement. I think you guys are probably going to like the color, so I think that would be kind of cool. But anyway, thank you guys for joining me on this video. Thank you, subscribers. You guys are awesome. And if you like this video, please like, comment, share, subscribe, do all the YouTube stuff, or don't. I'm not a beggar. I'm Geek 64, and I'll always tell you the truth.